Alright, hello everyone. This will be game number 356. But before that, I would like to show you my Rune pages. And the first one I'm gonna show you is my AD carry Rune page, which has 8.5 physical damage, the reds, 13 armor, yellows, 6% lifesteal bonus, quintessences, and 12 magic resist, the great glyphs, the blues. This is a pretty standard Rune page for an AD carry, and usually why people take the 6% lifesteal is to compensate for a weaker early game. You can also use, instead of the lifesteal, armor penetration. So I recommend you go lifesteal, because if after you trade you'll get your life back a lot faster. Now my second Rune page is a bit different. As you can see, it has 19 armor penetration, and it's kind of a for fun build, though sometimes I will use it. This just means that I won't have to get Blast Whisper so early on, and the building straight damage can just pretty much ignore the opponent's armor early game. As for the crit chance, well, it's just there. This, however, also means if you're laning against a support that does magic damage and is AP based, you're gonna have a hard time. This is a fun build, it doesn't really matter. My AP page is again quite standard. A lot of ability power, 15 from the quints, 17 from the yellows, and 7.8 magic pad, 12 magic resist. Some mages, some people actually prefer to have yellows, armor yellows here, because they make a lot stronger against the early ganks. Again, I think it's just a question of playstyle preference. I like having the extra ability power, just because, you know, a lot more damage. We talked a bit about our support page. This basically is just a lot of gold. However, you do lose armor, and it's useful having armor, especially if you're fighting with a melee support. Generally, you will be taking the damage in the early laning phases. But you shouldn't be, because their main priority would be your AD carry, but that doesn't always happen. The reason 5.3 gold is good, as I tried to explain in some of my earlier videos, is because I just open with, I'm gonna show you here with my support, personalized item sets. Yeah, I'm gonna open with a vision ward, 4 sight wards, mana pots, a health pot, and at the Masteries I will make sure to take the biscuit and the 60-second ward. As I was saying, at the support, 5.3 gold is quite alright. Magic resist is pretty standard, and armor, well, I couldn't think of something better to use at red, so why not have a bit of extra armor. Now, my last page, called Sin, is usually what I ran. I ran top. Now this is a standard bruiser Rune page. Red and quintessence damage, which gives you 15 physical damage. Armor yellows, that's 13 armor and 12 magic resist. Now, most of the people usually use magic resist per level glyphs, but I like the flat one. Though I think it's level 13 or 14 when it equals out, and from there onwards they will gain a slight advantage upon you regarding magic resistance. I think the early game it's a lot stronger to have flat, so I always try to win my early game so I wouldn't have to I won't have that much trouble trying to come back if something bad happens. I think it's a play style choice. Now I'm gonna show you some of my masteries. The AD carry page, it's standard. You're gonna get 21 attack, Thunder, Executioner, Brute Force, etc. And I have no idea why I picked this one. I think I was in a rush. I'm actually gonna take a bit of health regen, and there I get armor. It's 5 armor, it's always good to have against the enemy AD carry. My AP carry page is almost the same. I make sure to take improved Ignite. Pretty basic stuff. This is one of my jungle pages where I'm tanky, and I'm just gonna show you my utility support. Well, this didn't it used to be, I think, 9.21. I had a fun game and I changed it, but I don't really use this page. I mostly use the where is my defensive support? Here it is. Now this is a pretty standard support page. You always make sure to take the improved exhaust, because it reduces the target's magic resistant armor by 10. You take life regen because, well, you won't have the option of potting that much unless you get a lot of assists or maybe a kill, and then you can buy some pots. Only extra health is always good, especially on the melee tank support. And the 16 here, it's quite obvious. You want to improve your starting gold, and this combined with my 5.2 gold at 7.2 gold every 10 seconds. You take the scout, bigger vision, putting down your ward is always nice, improved recall, pretty self-explanatory, mana regen for spells, so needed, more mana obviously, and the Biscuiteer and Explorer, and that's about it. I'm just gonna queue up now, and what I will do is I will try to commentate, at least from time to time, on my game as to, as I said, as to why I'm making certain choices, maybe a few tips on how to improve the role I will be playing. Just keep in mind that I'm not that good, and I do make a lot of mistakes. However, I did get on gold alone, so I learned a few stuff. Prefer AD carry things. Now, one more thing, just mentality-wise, when queuing up for a rank game, you should always be prepared to play any role your team might need. Most of the times I'm last pick or the one before last, and I usually end up playing support. That's why most of my games are for support. You just need to know that big order beats call order. I think it's the way they intended it to be, so well, I guess not. I'm not going to put. However, she did pick Wayne, and Caitlyn kinda poops on Wayne, at least early game. And now we have the option to go jungle, I will top. Okay. I think I will just... Nope, they banned. Well, I'm just gonna go mid.
We will kill your enemies. That will be fun.
And even though that guy called middle, yeah, sorry. Let's see, THRESH. Alright, looks like we will be playing THRESH. Support, defensive support, and exhaust flash. It's gonna be a Veigar versus Orianna, and I just picked Orianna because, well, her range is with her balls is it's if not significantly bigger, it can just have a slight advantage because he has to get in range to put down his E, his prisoner. Alright, so it's gonna be THRESH support. I will try to talk about vision control and things you should be on the lookout while playing support. Hopefully this game will go good. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright.
To Summoner's Rift.
What is the word of soul? Relax. Just let go.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Torment comes in so many flavors.
Well, I usually don't ward the enemy blue because I find no need to. I know their enemy jungle will start blue and then most likely go red. Since she asked, why not? One thing to keep in mind as support, you should always take a spot in the jungle and make sure they won't invade, or at least be on the lookout for any early game invades. However, putting a ward on their blue will give us the timer. You will have to excuse the constant clicking, it's just how I play. One thing to keep in mind when playing against the Lulu Caitlyn range is that they will have Caitlyn will always have the range advantage on Vayne, and well, Vayne is pretty much going to have a hard time laning against. It's gonna be hard laning against. And yeah, that's what's going to happen. You will get pushed under your tower, and it's not a lot of fun. It's not a good place to be in. Hopefully all you can do actually is just let your AD carry farm, and when the opportunity presents itself, try to land a hook. There isn't much I can do, and if I do land a hook now, I probably just get destroyed by minions. And that's the advantage of playing Caitlyn. You have a huge range and people usually just abuse that range. Early game she does offer a lot of poke. And that's almost first blood. I should probably just back because her next Q might fatally wound my dear AD carry. And that is what I am talking about.
slain.
And she just flashed. That was nice for us. It's farm-wise. Oriana is winning against Veigar, though Veigar has 2 kills. And even Zin has a kill on top.
Quite like
We got a kill on Lulu. It was okay. And if she keeps sitting around, she might die too. And that was a fail. And that was fail number 2. You shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I'm just going to back since I have money for Sidestone. Now about vision control, you should always try to calculate to have enough money for vision wards and clear out the enemy's possible wards. If you are on blue side, the tri-bush is always nice to stay clean so you can jungle can potentially come and gank.
what is the word of a soul? Eternity we shall spend together. Flesh is a prison.
And yeah, I probably should have just backed. Not a smart play. However, looking at the scoreboard, you can see we're not doing that good. Almost all of our lanes are losing, even ours. Even though she has 2 kills, she did lost significantly in CS wise, so it's not a fun game, it's actually a sad game, but
Relax.
yeah, I'm just going to ward and take out her pink, green. And usually if you start losing heart early game, people will start flaming. There isn't much you can do about it, it's human nature.
What is the word?
People start blaming each other, so on and so forth. You know, you've been here, most likely. And at this time I'm just trying to... Oh, she has a ping there. Alright, alright.
I am the thing under the bed.
The reason I suicided there is because even if I flashed, I had no no way to escape. I will have to ward our dragon.
An enemy has been slain.
No, don't do it, Wayne, no. Yeah, we should probably just stay a little bit behind the whole range thing. They did run, which is probably a good idea, though I am low. And now they're coming to get us. I'm not sure why she did that, but it doesn't really have any point to it. They did trade. I just noticed they did take dragon and I had no timer on it. As you notice, I did die, however we got 2 of them and, well, it was worth it. And you should always type worth in chat so people know. Well, not always, but I usually type words when it's not really worth it as a as a joke.
Oh, the eternity we shall spend together.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Killing spree.
Well, that was nice. Well, I don't think I will be able to get away from this. Nope.
You have been slain.
Apparently not today.
Relax. Just let go.
Rampage.
Someone is on rampage. I think it's...
Sweet tones of misery.
Oh, it's Oriana. It's nice.
Whose mind shall stop?
An ally has been slain.
Well, that almost went well. Almost.
Relax. Just let go.
Shut down.
Quite likely.
One thing that happens, and it's pretty much in every games, if a team has an early game advantage, they will always, well, not always, I should say 80% of the time, they will try to gain a further advantage, and by doing that they will do some pretty dumb stuff, diving towers and trying to get kills where they shouldn't. So it's always good to know that game is not lost, no matter how bad it looks.
What is the wood?
That may have been not a good choice, but we'd get the tower and
Has destroyed a turret.
so as I was saying, they will just disregard any normal options and try to get more and more kills, which usually ends up in them doing mistakes which you can capitalize on. So always be on the lookout for people growing too cocky after winning early game.
What is the wood of soul?
Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
The sweet tones of misery. Under the red.
And that's not so nice, is it now?
Quite likely.
That right there is how I got 2 people killed. I should have just backed and given them the dragon, but Eternity we shall spend together. and yeah, I should have just given them a dragon and that would be it. No one would have died, and pretty bad play from me. At this point in time, we should just probably well, at least he got the blue. I'm guessing that's something. Ah.
been destroyed.
Oh no, he's gonna die. If we succeed getting our Baron here, that would be quite a huge step for us, though. Oh god. Well, that was nice, and now we have, if not a significant, then a small advantage. Should probably start working on getting a Michael's Crucible for Veigar's stun, though I do need some boots, and I will just get that. And the reason I got mobility boots, well, it's kind of obvious. Oops, that was a bad thing to do. won this game. That was quite unexpected. Now, just a few reasons I think we won. First one, is we got that Baron. Now, usually after a team gets Baron, the enemy team, the one that didn't, has to defend. It's pretty obvious why. It's because when Baron dies, he gives you a huge buff, which increases your damage, ability power, regen, health, mana regen, and it's not a small thing. Now, the thing they didn't do is be on the defensive, and they tried keep applying aggression, which would have worked only if there were 5 of them. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for us, Waker wasn't in any of those fights, and we won. We picked them off one by one, and things just... we won. You will have to excuse my blabbering. Oh, I forgot to do this. It's the first time I'm commenting on one of my games, and it's a bit hard to pay attention to both. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys around.